You need two things when making akara: a very good blender and patience. I know you're craving it, but it's not something you make in a hurry. You need to be patient so that you can actually get what you want, get it tasty, get it fluffy, get it perfectly. This is a very detailed video, and here I'm going to give you tips on how to go from this to this. This is already washed and peeled beans, and I'm just going to put water into it. It makes it easier for me to rinse it off again and put into the blender. So here I have some onions and pepper, which I'm going to blend with it, and I have the ones I cut into tiny bits. So I put in the beans, the onions and the pepper into the blender, and look at where the water is, just on the same level with the beans. Even if it's going to be higher than it, let it not be up to an inch higher than the quantity of beans. Like I said in the beginning of this video, you need a very good blender. So I put this on low speed and I gradually increased the speed and I blended until it was smooth. Look at that. So you see how thick it is. You have to be very careful with water. Resist the urge to add water to it. So at the end of this video, you're going to see all the tips you need, which you can screenshot, on how to make fluffy akara. So in a frying pan, I put in some oil, my favorite vegetable oil to use, bowl oil. Look at how thick this is. This is what you want to get. This is the consistency you're looking for. So I put in salt and I put in the onions and pepper I chopped, and using a whisk, I just whisked this. So what I was trying to do was to incorporate air into this, so it makes it fluffy, it makes it lighter, and yeah, so you have to taste for the salt and keep on whisking. I whisk this for maybe like 2 minutes. If you have a hand mixer, you can use that as well. So in the hot oil, I put in some onion and I went ahead to put in the akara. For scooping this batter, I use the normal eating spoon. So to scoop, you have to scoop from underneath in case it's a bit watery, so everything can mix in properly. And then I try to rub the spoon on the body of the bowl. I don't know if what I said makes sense, but I need you to look at what I'm doing on the screen, and that's what you want to do. So when putting into the oil, you have to just put it, drop it on top. You're not trying to put it under like you're going to do like maybe when you're frying meat. Just try to put it on top like you want it to float. It's going to sink in, take its shape, and it's going to come up quickly, like in a few seconds. So you know it's ready to be flipped when you can see underneath it looking a bit brown. You can flip this with a skewer, your fork. I use a chopstick to flip this. So at the end of this video, you're going to see the tips written down to actually help you get a really fluffy and round akara. When it's as brown as you'd like it to be, you can put it in a sieve or you can put it on a paper towel. So just before I scoop in batter, I always like to whisk it again. Now this is another way to scoop in your batter. Just using the spoon, you take it from underneath and just drop it into the pot. Just look at how I'm dropping it. Like, don't stress it, just drop it into the pot and it will sink, take its shape, come up. But I would prefer you use the first method I explained, because this one can be a bit tricky too. You have to have a hang of it before trying it. So I took out all the akara and look at how yummy they look. You can make yours to fry a bit more. I just love the color I got here, and look at how good it looked. This was so good. It was very tasty. I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions, please, I'll be willing to answer them in the comment section, and here are the tips you need.